Guys, thanks for watching Homesteading on the Side, and tonight for dinner we're going to make fajitas. So for this recipe I'm going to use half a container of mushrooms, 2 bell peppers, an onion, some vegetable oil. I use vegetable oil because it lends no flavor, kind of like olive oil will leave a little bit of a flavor. This will leave no flavor. And then fajita seasoning, and you can use the packets if you like, but this is my homemade fajita seasoning, and I'll leave a card for it up there. But this is what I use, and it is absolutely wonderful. And then you are going to need 2 pounds of meat. You can use whatever meat or even seafood that you like. You can use chicken, you can use beef, pork, shrimp. Use a combination. This is venison, and this is, my husband and I are avid hunters, and this is what we usually have in place of beef. So I'm using venison, but like I said, feel free to use whatever meat that you prefer, and then a big pot for cooking it in. So these are going to be thrown together and be the easiest and best fajitas you will ever eat. So I've sliced all the vegetables, and I'm going to go ahead and add garlic. I know I didn't put it on the original recipe go over, but I just couldn't help it, and I have to add garlic to everything. So I went ahead and, let me move my chicken scraps. I went ahead and got some oil here in the pan. You can see it ripples when you move it across the pan, and this is ready. I'm going to grab my salt. You want to salt all the layers as you go. So first I'm going to start by adding my bell peppers because they take the longest to soften. So I'm going to add those in. And we like our stuff still with a little bit of bite. We like a little bit of crunch to the vegetables. But if you want to cook them down, you know, go ahead and cook them a little longer. Or, you know, cook them a little less if you want them more crunchy. It's all up to you. And you can make this a stir fry rather than just like fajitas, which is just traditional bell peppers and stuff. Go ahead and add whatever vegetables that you want. And you can use whatever colors of pepper that you want. So don't be limited by a recipe. Go out and make it your own. Try something new. Alright, so those have gotten where they're soft enough to my liking, at least to cook a little bit longer. So go ahead and add the onion and the mushrooms, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in the garlic as well. What you got? Oh, Barbie clothes. Stir everything around. And then for this, while it is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of my fajita seasoning mix. You know what? No. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. There we go. And then the juice from the vegetables will be let out, and it'll kind of make it thick and make a sauce out of it. So let me cook these down just a little bit, and I'll be right back. So I cooked the vegetables to my family's, I guess, desired doneness level. These are still tender. They're tender with just a little bit of a bite. So if you want them a little more tender, cook them longer. If you want them a little more crunchy, cook them less. It's all up to you and your family and what they like. So I just took them out from the bowl, out of the pan into a bowl. And then I just added I've got venison here, but add your meat in. And I went ahead and added just a tablespoon of the fajita seasoning, just so it can kind of cook into the meat. But we're going to add more fajita seasoning when this is all done. It'll make the sauce. It's going to be delicious. You don't need to pay to go get some good fajitas. You can just make them at home. And I know a lot of the restaurant style, they put tomatoes in it. You are more than welcome. Chop up a tomato, throw it in with the vegetables. Make it just like you'd get it at, you know, a Mexican restaurant or something. So let me get this meat finished, and as soon as I'm ready for the next step, I'll be back with you. Alright, so you can see from from the juice of the meat, what in the fajita seasoning I have, what little juice it's made has made kind of a sauce. So my meat is done and vegetables are in. Y'all go wash your hands. Dinner's almost ready. And mix everything together. And we like ours with a little bit of sauce, a little bit juicy. I'm going to go ahead and add probably a quarter cup of water. Just until, let me see. Yeah, see, that's enough. I don't want too much, but I want enough. And then I'm just going to add another tablespoon or two of the fajita mix. My fajita seasoning has cornstarch in it, so it's going to make a good sauce. It'll help thicken it up. So I added 2 more tablespoons in, and this will thicken up and we will be ready to eat. So I hope you guys try this. So I know you're going to love it as much as we do here. Feel free to mix it up and just make it your own, guys. Hope you enjoy. Wanted to pop in real quick. You guys can't forget the toppings. I've got guacamole here. I buy them in just the little packets because not everybody in my family likes guacamole. So these little packets are just enough for the people that like it to get enough for their tacos, and those that don't have to have it, and then a big tub doesn't go bad. I've got sour cream, shredded cheese. I have ribboned some lettuce, tomatoes on top. I've got tortillas here, and I make rice on the side with mine. My little ones have a hard time with the tortillas and everything falls out and they get upset. So I just make it and put all the toppings and the fajitas on top of the rice. That way it's easier for them to eat. So you can make whatever it is you want. Throw some jalapenos on there. Like I said, just make it your own.